This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for October 21st, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.09 points or 0.02% to 404.29. Total trade volume was down with 43,993 shares changing hands at a total value of 253.8 million real or over $63,000. On the main board, 3 stocks were up. Leading the market was Pestec Cambodia up 1.57% or 40 real to 2,580 real per share, followed by Royal Group Phnom Penh SEZ, which rose 0.49% or 10 real to 2,040 real per share. Grand Twins International was also up 20 real to 7,100 real per share. On the other hand, 2 stocks were down. The biggest loser of the day was Sihanoukville Autonomous Port, down 0.16% or 20 real to 12,120 real per share, followed by Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, which dropped 0.15% or 20 real to 13,500 real per share. Meanwhile, the remaining 4 stocks on the main board stayed flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land was up 1.12% or 30 real to 2,700 real per share, while DBD Engineering dropped 0.49% or 10 real to 2,020 real per share. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 26,215 shares changing hands at a total value of 176.8 million real or over $43,000, approximately 59.5% of the total trade volume on Tuesday. MJQ Education recorded the second highest trade volume of the day with 4,105 shares changing hands at a total value of 8 million real or about $2,000, about 9% of the total trade volume on October 21st. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD weakened to 4,035 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 98.87. Looking at global commodities, oil prices held steady on Tuesday after a fall in the previous session, as concerns about oversupply and risks to demand, along with the trade dispute between the US and China, the world's top 2 oil consumers, weigh on the markets. Brent crude futures were unchanged at $61.01 US dollars a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude contract for November delivery set to expire on Tuesday was down 15 cents at 57.37 US dollars. The more active December contract was steady at 57.02 US dollars. Gold prices fell over 1% as investors booked profits after the metal hit another record high in the previous session, driven by expectations of US interest rate cuts and strong safe haven demand. Spot gold was down 1.6% at $4,287.89 US dollars per ounce, having hit an all-time high of $4,381.21 US dollars on Monday. US gold futures for December delivery fell 1.3% to $4,303.60 US dollars. Stock futures fell slightly Tuesday as investors took a breather following a rally in the previous session. Investors awaited a busy earnings week that could inform the trajectory of a market that keeps on roaring. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 69 points or 0.2%. S&P 500 futures and Nasdaq 100 futures each shed 0.1%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for October 21st.